Hi, Steve and Caleb from Brownells here, bringing you another edition of Smith Busters. And today, Caleb, what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the myth that you should clean your gun after every time you shoot it or use it.
I have had so many guys come up to me, and some women too, saying, my dad taught me that every time I fire this gun, and come back from the range or whatever, go hunting, whatever, I should clean it every single time.
Yeah, and I've heard that in a lot of situations and circumstances. It makes sense, and I understand, why that could have been or should have been taught.
Right.
But I can honestly say that I have a significant amount of dirty guns sitting in my safe right now.
Typical gunsmith.
Typical gunsmith, yeah. The cobbler kids doesn't have shoes or whatever the saying is, whatever. But yeah.
I have a lot of dirty guns in my safe as well. I don't clean them all that often. I go through my cylinders on my revolvers when they don't chamber rounds anymore. I check the barrel, make sure there's not lead in there or whatever. And I wipe down the outside, of course. Mm-hmm. But as far as thorough cleaning, that just happens once or twice a season for me if I do, an average amount of shooting.
Yeah, if I go to the range and I shoot a few magazines, I typically won't clean it after that range trip. If I do a few range trips, yeah, I'll clean it then. Or if I'm shooting in the rain or something like that, if I'm, running some drills in the mud or something like that, yeah, absolutely, I'll clean it. But as far as just, go to the range, shoot a few rounds, come back and do a thorough cleaning, no, that doesn't happen.
Now, some people do need to clean every time. I'm talking like duck and geese hunters.
Oh, man.
Those shotguns come back filthy, and pheasant and dove hunters, they got grain and stuff inside those shotguns.
Look, that brackish water in South Louisiana, you've got to clean that junk out of your guns.
Sometimes they forget that they put that thing down in the water to steady themselves when they start to tip over.
Yep. You don't have a choice there. You've got to do it because it will eat your gun from the inside.
And I hate to see those guns come in too.
I've seen those guns come in, and I was the one who's had to deal with it. So it's
Now a lot of guys get a lot of pleasure out of taking that gun apart and cleaning every little part, wiping it down, getting it squeaky clean, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there are some systems out there I would recommend you take apart and re-clean and lube each time, like if you've got a M1 Garand or an M14 pattern type gun, those guns require a lot of TLC. I mean, they're made for harsh conditions, but they were meant to be kept lubricated on the inside, almost like a farm implement. They don't run well without lube. And
and on those guns, on those rollers, what's the name of that grease you got to put on?
It's the lithium stuff, lubriplate.
Yep, the lubriplate. You got to, certain firearms require different levels of maintenance even.
Right, now if you've got an AR with all the exotic coatings on it and stuff, I mean, they'll run dry. They'll run dry fine, but I always lube those too. But they don't require a lot of TLC. They really don't.
Yeah, so I would say the myth is busted.
Yeah, you don't have to do it every time. Black powder guys, keep cleaning those barrels every single time you shoot it.
Yep.
But as far as cartridge, modern type firearms, nah, it's busted.
Within reason, it's busted.
Yeah. So if you agree or disagree, please let us know in the comments. We'd like to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, and we'll catch you next time when we bring you another edition of Smith Busters.